Well, hello, Mr. Baseball Collector. How are you? You notice I'm sitting in the correct seat over here, right?
I did. That walk-off was painful.
That
Painful.
that Brooks Rob, I gotta take some victory laps on that Brooks Robinson because walk off home run on the very last card was sweet, and I've had all kinds of people call me and congratulate me and send me like little letters saying that you deserve that, and I believe if we do it the correct way on the player runs like we started, I'm up 5-4. But we brought in Don with Don's Field of Dreams, who called us. He basically called us clowns, and he challenged us to that 54 set, complete set for Hall of Famers. And you showed up quite. He showed up, and he knew he was in a fight, but he pulled off a big win against you.
He did. I'm feeling very inferior right now with my collection because you keep beating me. Don's beating me. But I'll tell you, when I saw the wheel last time come on Nolan Ryan, I'm in Rangers garb. I got Nolan behind me over here. I mean, he is on my side. I'm going to wipe the floor with you tonight. Absolutely wipe the floor with you.
Well, I still want to talk more about this Brooks Robinson thing, but I guess we need to skip ahead to Nolan Ryan. When I saw you talking about Nolan Ryan and your eyes kind of twinkling when it came up, I thought I saw you maybe push the wheel like with a knee or something, so it landed on Nolan Ryan. But listen, I was going to break out all stops. I was not going to lose, and I have a foreman that works for me that collects, and he was willing to give me all the flair and all the Donruss to help me pull out a victory. But I still saw that eye, and I heard your confidence in your tone of voice, and I thought to myself, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call in a closer. And you called in.
You're giving up. You're just conceding now.
I am, but hear me out here. I'm going to give you a W, and so that's going to end up, I would assume, putting you on this side after this show, unless you want to move it over now. But I'm going to concede the W.
Okay.
But I'm going to change. I'm going to change something up. I'm bringing in my closer on this one. You brought in Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to bring in Dennis Eckersley.
Oh, really?
And I'm gonna bring in who I thought was the best reliever during when I was kind of not growing up, but when I was adult. So I'm bringing in Dennis Eckersley, and we're gonna change this to tops only. So we're ready to see who we're bringing in.
Dude, not fair. Not cool.
Hey guys.
I heard he had a pretty good Nolan Ryan collection in fair, and I just thought maybe you would feel a little intimidated right now.
I peed a little bit just now when I saw Darren come up. So,
hey guys,
Darren, I don't know. I know your collection. I'm pretty scared, but I'm willing to take the challenge. I mean, talk about making me feel even more inferior, Chris. Thanks, man. I thought I was going to get a big ego boost, and geez.
Well, I'm even though I'm forfeit to this, I want to feel good about myself, and I want to stick around to watch this and kind of watch you squirm a little bit. And even though you're going to win, I want to make it to feel like you didn't win. So,
boy, that's a great friend. That's a really great friend. I'm so excited.
Well, welcome to Showcase Showdown, Darren.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on. Looking forward to it.
Darren, you and I both have a love for Nolan Ryan, and for me, obviously he was a Texas Ranger. The teams were terrible, but we got to watch Nolan Ryan, and his legacy and legend was already pretty well established by the time he got to Texas in '89. Mm-hmm. But then more no-hitters, 5,000 strikeouts, just 300 wins. All of these things kept happening, career achievements, while he was wearing the Rangers uniform. He really became our guy, even though he played for the Mets and the Angels and the Astros. And and done a lot of amazing things there. What about Nolan Ryan was so appealing for you?
Well, lots of things. I really like the fact that he played for so long. I thought it was just super impressive that he was able to play. He retired. He was older than I am now when he retired. I can't even imagine walking out on the mound, let alone throwing the ball these days. Just his absolute dominance. I like the fact that he was. I like how he scared batters. I like how he, you didn't, likely going to get a strike, but hey, you could get something flying over your head or, right at you like that. And then growing up, I just always enjoyed watching him pitch. I've always been a fan of his since I first started following baseball. And then I think what really locked it in for me is when he beat up Robin Ventura. I said, okay, look, this guy's the man.
Sure thing. And so when I think of Texas Rangers baseball, he's one of the first things that come to my mind. It's just there you go. But he had so many cool moments, being carried off the mound after a no-hitter. Pitching. What I think of is when Bo Jackson hit a grounder up the middle and popped off his lip, and he's bleeding, got his half a lip hanging there. He's still, now give me the ball. Yep. And he's a tough cowboy. That's what he is.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, I respect that a lot about him, right? Like, I look at pitchers today, and there's nothing against pitchers today, but when these guys are, they're going perfect into the seventh, and then they come out because of their pitch count, right? I couldn't fathom how Nolan Ryan would respond to his manager if they even tried that, right? Like, I just like the kind of the way he was just like an old school pitcher, and he just loved pitching, and it just everything about how he pitched and his personality when he was on the mound. I just think it was great.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we need to get going. We have a lot of cards to get through. So let me put us into showdown mode. Here we go.
I'm going to stay on here for comedy relief. How about that?
Sounds good, Chris.
Just feel like I'm participating.
You can participate. So I'll go first, Darren, since you're kind of visiting the show.
Sure.
His first card is his last card. I guess, Chris, you want to tell him the rules real quick since you're not really doing anything else today?
Oh, sure. So what we have is we're going to show the cards from his first year from his last year to his first year. And if you have the card, you're going to get 5 points. But whatever grade you get on top of that card, let's say you get have a 5, but I'm sure you don't have many 5s. Yours is 7s and 8s and 9s and whatever. But you add that number on top of the 5, and it goes toward your total score.
Okay.
And the rookie card is worth double
Okay.
the points. So if you're sitting there at home watching this, get out your Nolan Ryan cards right now, and pause it, get them in order, and then play with us. And I'm getting some responses, Mike, and some other videos of guys doing that. And we don't have a monopoly on showing cards, and we like to see your cards when you even go up against us on your own channel. So please do that. So may the best best man win. Sorry about that little slip up there.
I don't think that was unintentional. Well, okay. Last card for Nolan Ryan is a great one. 1994 Topps. It's actually card number 34, which was his number. I have a PSA 8.
I get a play. I have a 5.
There you go. Nice. So I actually, oddly enough, I only have his pre-production 94. So you're taking off to a solid lead.
Okay, that's the end of Showcase Showdown.
Right,
thank you, everybody, so much for watching. And thank you, Darren, for not having that card. I win. That's
All
it.
right.
Okay. All right, Darren, what we'll do is alternate showing first.
Okay.
So you can go with 93.
1993. Let's get the glare off it. Got that one in a 10.
I have it in a 9.
I have it in an 8.
In the gold.
Nice.
In the gold.
Okay, so that God, my lead's going to evaporate so fast. Okay, 1992. Although I'm okay here. 1992 tops. I have a gem mint 10.
Nice.
I have another gold.
You have a 10, Darren?
Yep.
These cards are not hard to gem in that era. And back when I was buying them, they were super cheap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I want to show one other card before we go to 91 tops. I love this 91 stadium. How can you not love a guy pitching in a tuxedo? I mean, good grief. He could strike anybody out in a tux. And that's pretty crazy.
Everybody needs one of those.
It's a great one.
Love it. Darren might cheat with his glare. We can't really see the numbers. So
I don't know why it's glaring so bad.
I picked an honest person to go up against. She'd never do something like that. Now I would.
All right. 91 tops. Horizontal card, which is kind of weird, but card number 1, he's going to be like card number 1 for the next little bit. I have a 9 on this one.
I have an 8.
Of course, Darren has
a
10.
10.
Of course.
Can you see that one?
Make sure you have time to write all those down, Mike.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to do that. I looked up some of these cards on my PSA registry, and I track, what I pay for cards and stuff like that. I like this next card and probably 10 others that you're going to see. I paid $5 for back at the National in 2018. They were so cheap and like, okay,
Yeah, I'm with you. I bought, I don't think I paid more than $35-40 for a graded Nolan Ryan card in the 90s.
All right. Speaking of 90s, 1990, again, card number 1. This is the year they have the Nolan Ryan commemorative set, but we're just going to show the base card here. I've got it in a 9.
So I've got it in a 10. I don't know if you want to count mine, though, because mine's a Tiffany.
No, that counts.
We need a ruling from the peanut gallery. Chris, you're such a cheater. I have the Tiffany too. I didn't pull it out. See, that's the whole thing.
Because that's the highest one you have, though.
I'm sorry. I'm giving Darren 0 points. He does not have the base tops.
And that's fair.
Okay. Last I checked, this is my show. So, although you've been owning it pretty well lately,
I'm still sitting in the chair. So,
I got a couple of 89s I want to throw out there just because I love them. I love the High Series 89 Upper Deck with him throwing the football.
That's a great card.
And then, of course, this doesn't count, but the Topps Traded. I have in a Gem Mint 10, his first Rangers card.
Yeah, I got the same.
Love that.
That's a great one.
Okay. 89 tops, Darren. Regular 89 tops.
Got it right there. Mine's a 10.
Mine's a 9. I'm learning that I'm just a little bit short of Darren here. So, but the fact that you don't have 2 cards is helping me in the moment, but how long that continues.
We're just trying to see if we can do another walk-off here. Is what we're trying to do. Keep you close, and then bam.
All right, 88 tops. I'm first, I guess. Here we go. I have a 9 again.
I'm a 10.
I'm an 8.
Well, the lead continues to diminish. 87 tops. That's Jim at 10.
10.
I have a 9.
$86 tops.
So this is a real letdown for me, actually, for my collection.
Because you only have a 9?
I only have this one in a 9.
I have a 9.
That actually might be something I go after at the National this year. Just upgrade that one.
I just like that I didn't lose any ground on that.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, 85. Oh, another 10.
Yeah, I got that one in a 10.
And I got another 9. This is one of those I paid $5 for a 9.
Yeah, I can say I think my graded 10 was like $25.
Yeah, crazy. 84. Still on the Astros. I've got a 9.
Got that one in the 10.
Keep going. There you go. Keep making that small cut, Darren.
Chris, you like you're a Nolan Ryan guy, aren't you? I mean, you respect him for what he did, right?
Oh, sure. It's hard. It's hard to. I got to respect him a little bit later on in his career. Mike being a catcher, I thought early he just tried to strike everybody out, and he threw a lot of pitches. Hence, he walked a lot of players. But he developed a changeup along with one of the best curveballs in the league. And I remember, hearing somebody talk about how unfair it was that they're sitting there, getting ready for 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and he throws at 85, and it just, and if you look at his stats later on in his career, he didn't walk near as many as he did early.
Let's go to 83. One of my favorites. I love this year. I have it in a 9.
Got it in the 10.
And I have a 9. I'm just playing along. You don't have to keep my score.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Don't worry, Chris.
All right, here's where I'm going to start getting the lead is going to start getting cut into a little bit even more. Go ahead, Darren. 82.
82. I got this one in the 10.
And I have an 8.
Attaboy, Darren.
That's why you call him.
Yeah.
Don't worry. That was. I think that was
I'm impartial. I'm impartial right here, guys.
Hold on once. I got to fix the scoring here. 15. I was giving 10 points for having the card, not. So I got to redo this here. Okay. 81.
81.
First card with the Astros. I love it. Near mint 8 on that for me.
There you go. I got this one in the 9.
Got a 9 OC.
Darren, 1 point at a time, man. I like it.
Uh-huh.
All right. 1980 top.
All right. So the 80 tops, I've got that one in the 9.
And I have it in an 8. Hey, Chris, you tied me. Congrats.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, as we head into the 70s, Chris, do you want to know the score at this point?
Yeah, we probably ought to, just so I can keep an eye on you.
All right. Right now it is Darren with 192, and I have 207.
15-point lead.
But he has literally beat me on every card that he's actually had, except the 92, where we both had a tie, where we both had 10s. But
Okay,
I have a feeling it's about to get bad. So, all right, 79. Here we go. I have a near mint 7, which is actually pretty good.
I've got this one in a mint 9.
Oh, only a mint 9.
Yeah.
I'm getting humiliated now. Here we go. The lead dwindles. Go ahead.
All right. So the 78. Got this one in the mint 9.
I have a 7.5.
Nice.
Okay. 77. Yeah, now it's getting bad. 6.5 for me.
This one I've got in a mint 9.
Oh, it's all mint 9. You're loving this, aren't you, Chris?
What do you mean, Mike? I wish you well.
All right, 76.
76. This one is a mint 9.
I have a 7. Great card, though. It'd be better if mine was a higher grade, but all right. 75. This card is so hard to get without fish eyes. I have several on my card, and it's a 6.
Mine is an 8.5.
Okay.
That score's getting tighter.
I'm puckering up here.
Show that one, Mike.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it's definitely getting close. All right, 74.
74. Got that one and a 9.
Jeez. I've got a 6.
Some nice cards.
You know what's funny though? I mean, honestly, I bet you could find a couple of flaws between my 6 and it's always funny the grading that you're like,
oh yeah,
is it really that much? And
right, they're so close.
73. I have that in a PSA 6.
I have that in an 8.5.
Nice.
I have a 7.
Oh, Chris won one against me. 13.5 for that one. Okay, 72.
72. Got that one also in an 8.5.
This is not a cheap card, by the way, 72 for some reason. I have it in a 7.
Yeah, you could almost kind of tell price point wise when they jump, right? Because when I went from 10s to 9s, that was a big jump. And then when I went from 9s to 8.5s, that was a big jump. So trying to save some cash on those, not going with the 9s.
Definitely. 71.
Is this you or me?
You.
All right, I got the 71 and an 8.
That's a nice card.
I have it in a 6. That's not, and the price between my 6 and his 8 is dramatically different. Dude, I'm going to kill those dogs. Can I kill them? Don't mind if I kill my dogs for that.
Not on air.
Not on air. Okay. All right. 1970. I think that's me. I have this in a 5.
I've got that in an 8.
I have it in a 7. These last 3 cards, or the last 2 now, they're pretty nice cards.
Yeah.
They get expensive.
Okay. So I have the regular card in a 5. Darren, what do you have?
I have that one in a 9.
Ooh.
So, Chris, I also have it signed Miracle Mets.
Ooh, nice.
So that's worth double points, I think, right there.
Well, if we were doing
I've got that one signed as well.
Oh.
What's mine? Mine's 324 wins, 5,714 strikeouts, 7 no-hitters.
Mine only says Miracle Mets, so I rescind my desire to make this count. Darren, I can't believe you had that in a 9.
That is beautiful.
Picked it up pre-COVID.
Crazy. Do you want to know the score now, Chris, heading into the rookie card?
Well, I'm feeling pretty comfortable right now.
Well, you should be. Darren's leading 342.5 to 331 for me. So.
Wow.
And I have the whole run.
What's some good cards? That's some good cards right now, guys. Both of you guys. That's a incredible last few cards. And my years have been good enough that you can definitely call yourself a Nolan Ryan fan. That's for dang sure.
Absolutely.
But Darren's getting ready to take a victory lap on this card right here.
Yeah, I'm going to show mine first and get out of the way for Darren to show his, because I know what his is. I have a 3. This was one of the first bigger cards I picked up. And at the time, this is one card. I have a couple that I'd want to, upgrade, I guess. I'd like to get a nice 6 or 7 in this card. But the reality is I have so many other cards I'd rather buy. But so I only have a 3, which isn't really great compared to here. Let's just give the whole screen. to this beauty right here.
There we go.
An
Got this one in the
SGC 9.
It's one of the
Yikes.
best ones I've ever seen.
Trying to keep the glare off it. Yeah, this one's. I'm super stoked with how well centered this one is.
That is so cool.
Thank you.
I do have the rookie also signed. I'm sure you do too, Darren.
I don't. That's
good.
This
is worth 50 points then. Okay. Yes. All right.
Mike with the walk-off. Oh, it's a foul ball.
Yeah. Didn't quite reach the spin. Oh. Darren, congrats. You haven't. I've known about your Ryan collection. Obviously, when I've been watching your videos for a while now, and it's just amazing. If I'd have known Chris was going to call you out of the pen, I would have been sick today. But
thanks, Mike. I appreciate that,
dude. It's crazy.
We really appreciate you coming on, Darren. It's neither one of us ever want to forfeit, but when we do, and we get to see cards like that, it was worth me sitting out today. That's for sure.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I got to do the same thing.
Thanks for having me on, guys. That was fun. I always enjoy showing my Nolan Ryans. They're my favorite cards in the collection. All 27 base cards.
Well, Darren, do you want to stick around and see who I'm going to whoop Chris in next week?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's bring up the wheel, Chris. Who you hoping for this time?
It's going to land on Yogi Berra. That's what it's going to land on.
Well, let's spin it and find out who the next person is.
Don't kick the table this time.
Oh, Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie.
Oh.
I think I might have a distinct advantage here.
Yes, you probably do. But if I tell you what, if my foreman cheats again, I'm not going to let you know.
So let's decide now how we want to do this, because Reggie is one of those guys like Nolan Ryan that goes from the vintage era into the 80s era of his last cards, 88 Fleer. Do you want to just stick with the tops for Reggie? Will that give you a fighting chance?
That'd give me a puncher's chance. That's for sure.
Okay.
So let's do that. And matter of fact, I don't know any Reggie Jackson collectors out there that I can even call out from the bullpen. So
then I guess it'll just be an old-fashioned butt whooping.
For one of us, you might want to move it around. I feel like you should be sitting here now since you've tied it up. And
let's just make it official. There we go.
There you go.
That feels so much more comfortable. It's honestly amazing, Darren, as Chris and I do this obviously for fun. We love to kid around with each other. The fact that we are 5-5 after 10 episodes goes to show how just amazing Chris's collection is, first of all, and how complete and thorough it is. And not everybody collects the way Chris and I do, right? But I think people appreciate, and we love you guys commenting down below and telling us that you appreciate just the back and forth and the battles that we're having, and it's been a lot of fun. So
I was gonna say I love watching the Showcase Showdowns. I mean, I'm not a player collector other than with Nolan Ryan, and to me it's incredibly impressive when you guys do these, and it's just week after week after week of players, and you have basically all their cards. It's super impressive how complete that is.
It is a long journey and an expensive journey, but
yeah.
way fun. So guys, tune in next time for Reggie Jackson, Mike versus Chris. Probably just us. But Darren, thanks again for coming on. Chris,
thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
You bet. Chris, thanks for conceding and tied up 5-5. Here we go. We'll talk to you guys.
Tiebreaker next week with Reggie.
Reggie, keep collecting. See ya.